Yeah, I might as well say, if you want to just swap with this game, with Larry Boy and the Bad Apple, or maybe Ever Games, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to turn the game that you want to start with, which is Larry Boy and the Bad Apple in this video, or and what you do is if you try to swap with Ed and Eddie, the Misadventures of Ed and Eddie, the game will crash. It will just freeze, and you can't move on the pause button. It just stops. Right when the disc starts to read, it just stops. So what you have to do is load up the game you want to start with, and this might not work on the actual console because you have to play. You have to make a save state. Make a save state on any emulator you want. It's PS2 emulator or whatever, and like the original Lay's Nightly whatever version. Make a save state. Then you have to close the game. Like close the emulator and not close, just shut down, and then you open the game again. But open Ed and Eddie. Open the game. No. You open the game So Larry Boy and the Bad Apple, make a save state in this game, okay? Close the game. And we open it. Don't load your save file. Wait when it says PS2, like the PS2. Just wait when you open the game, basically. I guess if you use the latest Nightly version, it doesn't have the PS2 opening. So just wait when you open the game. Don't load a save file. Just load your save state. So it goes right back here. Then you can trigger the disc swap. Now, I'm using it's the very first line that Alfred talks in the chocolate level. Not the first line. It's the line when you walk near the enemies. There are these pink guards that will be here. If you want to do this yourself, you do it here. Okay? Just make a save state first. So that's how you do it. So I'm not going to mention that in case you want to do this yourself. Someone might try this and be like, why does it not load? So I might as well say that in case that happens. So you can do it. Just make sure you load a save state. Make a save state. Close the game. We open it. Don't load your PS2 save file. Just load the save state on its own. Basically, right when you open the game, load your save state with F3, or go to your save state option, load the save state, and then swap to Ed and Eddie. So this game, it works with this game too. I also tried doing it with Ice Age 2. No, didn't work. There's a lot of good games I want to do it with, but they don't work with them. I could try the European version of Ice Age 2, but it might not work. But then again, if it does work, it might not have English language, so that's the problem with some of these games. I got to work with Ratatouille, but it does not work with the US. It doesn't support the US version. It only supports the Europe version, and it's not in English. There's no English option, sadly. Now, with Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights, it does not support the USA version. You have to use it. You have to use the Europe version. Luckily, the Europe version still has the English dialogue, so yeah. And the Simpsons Hit and Run USA, it doesn't work. You have to use the Simpsons Hit and Run Europe. Luckily, the European version still has the English dialogue. Same with Crash Tag Team Racing. Same developer. It does not work with the US version. You have to use the Europe version, and it will work. And luckily, it has English dialogue. Because the game, yeah. Because it has both languages on the disc. So when it is yourself, you have to swap, you have to do the save state, and then, do that thing I said. So if you want to do this yourself. So someone might try this. I think someone might try this and why doesn't it load? Yeah, it doesn't. For some reason, you have to, it's one of those games that crashes upon swapping. But to bypass it, you have to, do that thing. You have to make a save state and then close the game, reopen it, load your save state without loading a save file, and then you can swap to Eddie. Also, if you want to try it with Sly 3, it will crash too. Gotta do the same thing. Simpsons Hit 1 Europe, it crashes too. So every game if you get a game that does that, where you go to the pause menu and you see how it's moving. Right when you put the disc in, it's gonna crash, so you can't do anything. So if you find a game that does that, you have to do that trick. So. Yeah, I let this run for about like an hour or something like that, and it's still going. I don't know what it's reading right now, but it's probably deep like files, like for like information of the game or something. I don't know what it's reading right now, but it's one of those games where it's one of those games where it gets stuck on the static for like I don't know for a flipping eternity. So I don't I have no experience. I have no experiences with this game with disc swapping. In fact, I never actually played this game before, so I'm looking forward to trying this game out. I've never actually played this game, so I never played this game before. I've heard of it. I've watched reviews on it. I want to play it at some point. I never played it, and I never disc swapped with it. So yeah, so I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. So I'll have to make a part two if it gets to the voice clips on its own or something. I'll make another video on it if it does. 'Cause I have no experiences with this game. I can't tell how long it will take. Because I don't, I just found this game, so I don't know if it works. It's too bad. It's too bad it doesn't work with Ice Age 2 or like Open Season or something. That really sucks. And it also does not work with Tasmanian Tiger or Tasmanian Tiger 2. Now, does it work with the third one? I don't know, but I hate the third one. So I don't know if it works. Well, I will ever do it with the first and second one. So, but if it does work, maybe I'll try with that one. I don't know. I want to do it with the second one though, because the second one's got a lot of weird NPCs in that game, like a lot of weird like that monkey NPC, that lyra bird. It's got like Ty himself. It's got a lot of characters. It's too bad it doesn't work with that game. That sucks. It really does suck. It doesn't work with Ty 2. Even Ty 1's good though, but no, it doesn't. Yeah, so this is gonna take quite a while. So I don't know. I'll make a part two if it gets to the voice clips. Again, the voice clips could be in a higher folder, unfortunately, so I don't know. I did try out Shadow the Hedgehog. The voice clips are in a higher folder, so it doesn't work. And if I know how to swap files, but some games you can't do it that easily, the game will just break. Like, DFBB and movie game and stuff, some games I know how to swap files, and Fallout Prince I've tried it, but some games if you try to swap the files, it just crashes. So, yeah. I can't even mix them. So some games I can get away with doing that, some I can't. Obviously, I'm very familiar with BFBB and movie games, Scooby Doo, 900 Frights, and Incredibles. I don't really mod, but I know all those games have the same hip and hop files. Those files are easy to swap. But some other games I can do it. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. It doesn't. Hopefully, it does get to the voice clips. If it doesn't, well, that'll be the end of this. But this series is pretty much done. I want to do it with more games, but I can't because they don't work. If you guys have any suggestions for license-based games or cartoon games that I haven't tried, please feel free to leave an idea in the comments because I don't know any other games to do this with. It doesn't work with Finding Nemo. It works with that game, but the voice clips in a higher folder. I let it play for forever. Didn't get to them. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe it works. I don't remember if it. I don't think it does. I don't know. It sucks that so many games there's some games I want to do it with, but it doesn't work. But luckily, it works with a shit ton of them. It works with BFBB, SpongeBob Movie Game, Lights, Camera, Pants, Meet the Robinsons, Chicken Little, Over the Hedge, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Clock Revenge, whatever it's called, Sly 1, Sly 2, Sly 3, whatever games. I think the Lights, Camera, Pants. I think I got tons of them. And Eddie, this one. Yeah, it's a lot of games, so I don't know. I want to do it with Open Season and Tasmanian Tiger games, but no, they don't work. Sucks. But yeah, it sucks that some games you really want to do it with, and they just don't. It doesn't support them. Okay then, Larry Bird. Then why the hell do you support almost everything else? Like almost every other popular game. I know, but no, I don't like Tasmanian Tiger. I don't like this game. I don't like this. But you like almost all these other games. Yeah. So I guess we have to go back to normal disc swapping because it swaps the files like BFBD with Jimmy Neutron or other games because we're running out of games to do it with this game. I like doing with this game the most because it plays entire discs. Like, I can find all the files and everything. As you can probably hear, it's still doing its thing. It's going to be probably doing this forever, so... just have to do something else, but will this happen? Hopefully it gets to them, but it probably won't. It may or may not. It may be like Slide 2, where it takes like an eternity to get to the voice clips. Unless they're higher up, so... I'll make a part 2 if it works, if it does. Whatever. It takes so long sometimes, but yeah, thanks for watching.